When we talk about the thing that makes the heart sick, there is this idea of lament, which is pouring your heart out to God. But it's really facing those places where our hearts are sick so that God can inject us with hope and heal us. But sometimes you got to name the thing so that you can get it clean, so that you can conquer it, so that you can reform it and remake it so you can build it. So I'm going to try and name that a little bit. And this one's called the waiting. It's been a while, a long, slow wait. And there's a heaviness to the wait. Not like the cutting of an edge, but a gradual grinding down of hope. My hope is not gone, but only a fraction remains, and it feels smaller every day. Do I not deserve joy? Would I not appreciate it? Is your plan really to hold out? Our hope is getting thin. There's a quiet and increasingly subtle acceptance that the dream just may not come. In the beginning, our hope was full, and our expectancy was great, and your faithfulness was unquestioned. Your grace and mercy were assured. But we're drying up. It's ever more difficult to accept when the joy is around us but not for us. We suffer silently, still dreaming of the day when you will make known why we could not have this gift, why our time never came, and why it wasn't part of the plan. I pray we can understand how the answer could be no, how our longing could be unsatisfied, how our pain could be then multiplied. But may your grace be greater than our shame. May your name be greater than our fate. And may our faith be greater than our pain. You know, this is describing a sick heart, isn't it? And sometimes I think we've got to be able to face the depths. And sometimes we've got to be able to go to God with the things that are really those broken places in our life. Because when we're broken and lost, that's where we need God's healing light and transformation. The joy that comes in the morning is what the Bible says. And you know, I've read this to you before. Any of you remember this? I read this to you before, but I didn't tell you where it's from, did I? I wrote that. Can you believe that? Well. Years ago now, but you know my story. So much of my story is essential to having Isabel in our life. And we waited and walked a hard road for 10 years before she came. And that was a really hard place to be. And there were times where it just didn't look like there was much hope to that, to be honest, right? That there was this longing and this hope that I had in my heart that I would have a kid, right? And she's incredible. Everything that I wanted. But there was a time where I doubted. Absolutely. Where you just start to wonder, like, oh, maybe that's just not for me. Like, maybe the thing that I hope for, maybe the thing that I'm dreaming of, I'm just never going to get. Maybe some of you know what that's like. But what it's doing is describing a feeling here. And when it says that hope deferred makes a heart sick, my heart was sick in this way. We need to face those things and invite Jesus in. Because the other half of this verse is that hope deferred makes a heart sick, but a longing fulfilled is a tree of life. She certainly is. This kid teaches me so much about the world and who I am and God, and like she's just a baby. Oh, I'm sorry, big girl. She's a big girl now. We've talked about that. Yeah,